Hello Clash fans, Trample Damage coming at you today with the greatest free spell tutorial ever. We're going to show you exactly how to place free spells to get the targets you want using this custom map I designed with the link down below, so you can get the key targets that you need, like the Eagle Artillery and the Town Hall, where to place them so you hit and don't miss. Of course, we'll take a look at the smaller buildings as well, and for those that want to get more complex, we'll talk about how to place it perfectly to freeze all the key buildings. As always, please comment down below, subscribe to my channel, like the video, check out my stuff on TikTok. Now let's jump in and show you how to freeze. Are you somebody who whiffs on a freeze spell trying to get the Town Hall and then decides, I'm gonna have to do it again, and this time I'll definitely hit it, only to miss and then have to place a third freeze spell to finally hit it? Or perhaps you're somebody who lacks the confidence to freeze multiple buildings and instead drops a freeze spell in the dead center of only one building. Or maybe you're somebody who likes to freeze the Giga Inferno but leave the Inferno tower next to it to be roasting other troops. Or do you have the confidence to place a free spell and hit a Scattershot and 2 Inferno towers in the middle of a mass Hog Rider attack against a max Town Hall 13? Perhaps you are somebody who has no problem freezing exactly the buildings you want, like a single target tower that's trying to get your siege engine while hitting the Eagle, and then shifting to hit the Eagle Artillery and the 2 Inferno towers hanging out next to it while your log launcher is taking care of the Town Hall for you? Can you take care of a single target Inferno Tower and an Eagle Artillery at the same time, even though they look like they might be too far apart to hit with one spell? So we're going to jump in with 4x4 buildings like the Town Hall and the Eagle Artillery. They only have about one tile of cushion around the outside of those buildings. You can see the 3.5 tile radius that the free spell gives us. Not a lot of room for error. So we're going to take a look here is, we're going to see these wall pieces we place right next to the Town Hall. Not a problem, we wind up hitting it and we freeze it. You move over a little bit, we're going to start placing free spells. You see moving it really slowly. It hits just outside that wall piece, which is 2 spots away from the Town Hall, and you can see it fails to freeze the Town Hall, even though it might look like it was about to. We scoot that spell over just a little bit and just a little bit closer to the Town Hall, and we manage to freeze it. So you can see there's not a whole lot of margin for error on where you're going to be able to drop these spells to freeze the Town Hall. We try and put it on a corner spell just outside that Town Hall's corner, and it doesn't wind up freezing it. Scoot just a little bit closer, and you wind up getting the target. Let's take a look at some 3x3 buildings like the Scattershot, Expo, and Air Defense. You got roughly 2 tiles of cushion around the outside of those. Again, the 3.5 tile radius for the free spell shown there gives you an idea of where you can place it to hit. So we're going to practice on the Scattershot here. Halfway between the cannon and the Scattershot, we managed to get the Scattershot and the cannon with no problem. What we're going to wind up doing is looking really close between those 2 wall pieces. I'm just inside the outer lip of those 2 wall pieces, and you see we still managed to freeze the Scattershot. We're going to zoom in here real close and show you it's just there, zoomed in really close. You can see we're placing it just inside the area of the radius. But when we place it just a little bit farther outside there, we hit the cannon but failed to get the Scattershot. Now we zoom in really, really close, and you can see it's just outside those 2 wall pieces. You can tell a little bit that shadow for the free spell where it's landing over here on this map, just outside. We put them side by side. You can see the one on the left, which froze the Scattershot, was touching that line, where the one that failed to freeze it was just outside that line between them, so it falls outside the range. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at some other stuff you can do with 3x3 buildings. You got a pack of 6 of them all together. Right in the dead center, you can freeze them all. Ever have a setup similar to these wizard towers? One freeze spell will be able to get all of them. Just to do a little bit more precise practice, you've got a single archer tower with wall pieces around it, just like on the other one with the Town Hall. And you can see we place a freeze spell in between those 4 wall pieces. Not a problem. It manages to hit the archer tower and freeze it right where we wanted. But of course, for practice, you want to shoot for some other locations around there and see how far away from that archer tower you can place. Just outside that area there doesn't wind up hitting the archer tower. You got to wind up scooting that free spell in just a little bit closer to be able to hit it, get inside that radius, bring the archer tower to a halt. Of course, wall section over here to give you a visual on how far away the free spell manages to go. We drop a free spell right in the middle of that center wall piece, and you can see it doesn't hit those corners. It gives a nice visual on how far away the free spell is able to touch stuff. Now we'll get into our 2x2 buildings like Inferno Towers and Air Sweepers. You can see we got about 2.5-ish tiles of cushion, that 3.5 tile radius around the center of that building showing right there where we need to place them. Now, using some of these wall pieces that are scattered in between these air defenses and this air sweeper, we're going to show you where you can place free spells to get multiple targets at the same time. Here you see dropping on that wall piece, we're able to get both air defenses and the air sweeper. Now we're going to come a little bit farther away from the air sweeper down to the bottom right and show you dropping right on that wall piece, you can still get the air sweeper because you're within range. But if we drop a free spell just outside that range, you're going to fail to hit the air sweeper. So it gives you an idea. It's very precise, but you can see how far away you can place that free spell and still be able to hit it. Plus some random repetition of freezing the same stuff again before we jump over to the other side of the air sweeper, where we'll take a look at how far away we can place it from that air sweeper and still hit it, plus both of those two air defenses. Now we want to take a look at a situation you may very well find yourself in on a regular basis, where you have a very key target like the Eagle Artillery with some key buildings around the outside. Are you able to place the freeze spell and know what buildings it'll hit and what it won't? For example, can you hit the Scattershot and the Inferno Tower? Yes, you can, and still manage to pick off that Eagle Artillery. What about the two Inferno Towers that are up above the Eagle Artillery? Here we've got them mapped out in a spreadsheet, which you're probably not going to do this, but there is a sweet spot where you can see on the map that the intersection between the radius for all three of those buildings, anything inside that yellow area there, and you'll be able to get all three buildings. But if you place it just a little bit too far to the left, while you're in range of the Inferno Towers, you wind up missing that Eagle Artillery because it's just outside that very tight range around that Eagle Artillery. Up at the top, still inside that yellow area there, you can see the overlap between the three buildings, but a little bit farther to the right, and you wind up missing one of those Inferno Towers while only getting the Eagle Artillery and that single target tower up above it. So we're going to wrap this up with going back to one of the original examples we looked at in the beginning with the Eagle Artillery, Town Hall, Expo, and Inferno Tower. Do you think that a free spell would be able to hit all four of those? We're going to go ahead and put the radius up here for the free spell in each building to show you that you cannot. While you can get some of those buildings together, the crossbow and the Town Hall never overlap, so you won't be able to get it in any of those circumstances. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Make sure that you comment down below, like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm definitely trying to get myself a creator code, which I can't apply for till I have 5,000 subscribers, so I've got quite a bit of room to cover there. In the meantime, I hope you guys get a lot of value out of this. Check out my channel for other stuff. I've got playlists on there for all the different town halls, including a couple of other great spell tutorials, like the Earthquake spell and the Lightning spell. In the meantime, Trample Damage saying, you guys have a good one.